Auto Shield protected. Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey Radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Hello, Richard.
Good morning.
There you are.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now. Sam,
Why is Don pacing?
Well,
Why wouldn't I be?
he always gets nervous.
After the bullshit that we went through last weekend, damn
It was a
straight
good
I'm
time.
pacing. What?
It was a good time.
No, it was not. Thank you for telling me that. Might have been good on your end, but it wasn't good on ours.
What's life without a little challenge every now and
Yeah,
then?
well, I don't have many thoughts about killing somebody, but last week I wanted to.
Yeah, it happens from time to
Yeah.
time.
But it's good to have you with us, and it's good to be able to hear you. Apparently, the rest
Absolutely.
of the world could hear you, but we couldn't in the studio.
Right. What's funny is they were actually texting me on my phone, blowing my phone up while you guys were trying to fix the problem, and had to tell them just to stop. It's
Well-
too much going on.
I will admit that we couldn't fix the problem.
There's no we.
I couldn't fix the problem because, long
It's always
story
a team,
short,
Don.
couldn't see the forest because of the trees. It was a simple fix. Jeff and I already proved it would work, and I just got stupid trying to do something that can't be done.
like unplugging the audio for us to be able to hear you.
All right, we're off the subject. Let's
It happens.
move forward.
Yeah.
I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so hopefully it's a little bit better, but that does limit my ability to move and show you things today. So
Well, you're doing pretty good. You froze just a second there whenever you kind of leaned back real fast, but other than that, it looks like it's pretty good.
It's a lot better than
don't
us.
move quickly.
Yeah, don't move too quick. Of course, at our age, that's not
Are
a
we going to
problem
be able?
on our
Are we
end.
going to be able to see this Roadrunner?
Yeah, I should be able to walk over to it. Hopefully it will not get too sketchy. If I didn't have a 69 El Camino SS parked in the way, I would have had it outside this morning. But I've got the NASCAR truck body outside that's all cut apart. It's quite the spectacle. I can show you that as well.
Good.
So
He literally was taking a saw to it and cutting it up the other day.
this morning we started at 6:50. Started cutting. We've been cutting until shower time, like 20 minutes ago. So good times.
Particularly out there in this heat. I started sweating pumping gas this morning.
It's ridiculous, but September's almost here.
That doesn't mean anything. It's just a
Well, it's true. It is
continuation of
that-
August.
Yep. I still say when I'm successful, I will be closed July and August of every year.
Well, I hope you can do that.
Okay. I'm going to take a real quick.
Minute and a half, Jeff.
My age, I can't do anything in a minute and a half anymore.
All right, Richard, hang on. We'll be with you in a second. Welcome to the award-winning in-wheel time car talk show. Just ahead, we talked to our buddy Richard Tomlin about his 68 Roadrunner, the family project car and the story behind it. Also, I'll give you my thoughts on driving the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and Jeff has the Motor Minute in this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world, Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday for our live broadcast. And if you're listening on a podcast, hey, we appreciate that as well. All right, let's get right to it, shall we? Richard Tomlin, Apex Auto Works. Richard, good morning. It's been a while since we talked. We tried to talk to you last weekend. Didn't work out. We got it all fixed this week, and it's good to see you again, my friend.
Good morning, guys.
Well, good morning to you. So, just so everybody is on the same page, and we really kind of get a little bit of background here. Richard inherited his father's one-owner Roadrunner when his father died in the Oklahoma City bombing. And Richard, I did not know that. We're going to get into that in a minute. After seeing it in the corner of the shop, we approached Richard a few times about the story, but he always seemed reluctant to talk about it. Now his plan is to revive the Roadrunner, take it to SEMA in November.
Awesome.
77 days away.
Yeah, yeah, and then PRI in December, and then tackle Pikes Peak Hill Climb next June, all with this same vehicle.
Same vehicle. So, yeah, the car's been sitting for a while, but Pikes Peak this year, I was sitting with a customer talking about building their new car for this year, and they wanted to build a BMW M2. Great car, but $80,000 plus, and you want us to cut it up, turn it into a race car. And I said, well, why don't you build something cool that not everybody has, something older, vintage, and let's go up there and race and have a good time. And he says, well, there's nothing I can afford that I would build. I was like, well, what does that mean? What would you build? And he's like, well, I'd build what my father and I had, which was a 68 Roadrunner. And I'm like, well, you're going to 68 Roadrunner. Guess who else has one of those? I have one of those. And so his father passed while he was on the starting line at Pikes Peak 3 years ago.
Oh, my God.
So it's become a legacy project is the easiest way to put it.
Yeah. Well, I did not know that about your father. So that was that back in the 90s?
95.
95.
So he was a special agent for the Department of Transportation. So he dealt with semis and regulations there. But yeah, fourth floor, right above the truck. He was the third to last person found in that event. But so he raced. I mean, since I was a kid, the car was always a race car. They drove it to the hospital when I was born. It's just always been around. Some people are going to roll over, absolutely lose their minds when they see what we're doing to this.
Sure.
Because we're doing what they call a body swap. So another Pikes Peak customer friend kindly donated a 2015 NASCAR truck, running and driving truck. And we have taken the body off of it. We've taken most of the cage structure off, and we're going to body swap the Roadrunner onto that. And then Apex is going to do what we do best, which is create a custom fabbed cage that will tie the NASCAR structure together with the Roadrunner, and we will send it up the mountain with all 830 horsepower at the wheels.
Nice.
Wow. And so now, has the body been welded together or something? I mean, how do you body swap?
Well,
Your butt cheeks better be welded together.
Yeah, no, so the Roadrunner is a unibody, so that makes it, in my mind, a little bit easier. Everybody says it makes it more difficult, but I think it's easier. But we've spent the last 2 weeks clearing the chassis. So the NASCAR truck is just a 2x4 box frame, like an old C10 truck would be.
Yes.
They use the old truck arm suspension, and we basically cleared off every bar, every notch on it. We'll grind it smooth today, paint it white. Then it will go outside. We'll bring the Roadrunner inside, drop all the suspension on it, and then start lowering and cutting.
So does the Roadrunner have the original floor pans in it?
Yep.
Because the floor pans are really the whole structure of the car.
Unibody.
Yes,
the
they
roof, yeah.
There are repairs. There are things that have been done to the floor pans in that car. It was the automatic to manual transmission swap numerous times, as a lot of those cars were back in the day.
Yeah.
When you're drag racing it. I think it's probably the third time I've put a four-speed tunnel in it. So the car is not pristine and perfect. But when I was working at a body shop some 25 years ago, I spent probably 2 years doing body work on it myself. And once I got all the body work done, we painted it. And we painted it Lamborghini orange because it made sense at the time.
God.
I don't know if you're going to
boy.
make it all the
Not
way
gonna
over
make
there,
it,
Richard.
Richard.
Richard,
Now-
we've
We're losing
dropped
you.
your video and
There
your
you are.
audio. There you go. That's better.
You get it now?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So point that
Okay,
camera
all
over
right.
there to that Roadrunner.
So-
Let's see it.
Nice.
There we go.
Is that it, the Whitewood?
So, yep, that's it. It's now white instead of the Lamborghini orange, because we're going back to what it was in 1984. We asked Mike Satterfield to do us a rendering of what paint job was on the car then, make it somewhat modern. We're even using single stage paint on it. And I'll reach in here and grab this. So, when I grew up, the car was called Big Bird. So the NASCAR valve covers were Dodge, of course, and I couldn't have Dodge.
Right.
So we took the valve covers and machined them down and then put Big Bird on the valve covers. So in a little plum crazy purple, try and do the best we can to make it as authentic as possible.
Well, you said something unique to go up the mountain. I don't.
Yeah.
This is not. This is very unique. I don't believe I've ever had a '68 Roadrunner in mind when you're trying to do a hill climb.
Correct. But when you add enough horsepower, does it matter? Right?
Well,
So-
that's true. It's really about horsepower and suspension, isn't it?
Yep. So the NASCAR suspension will help us quite a bit on that. It's the what I call the old school truck arm suspension, but it makes it very capable up the hill. I think we had probably 6, maybe 7 chassis last year that were all NASCAR based, but there's a lot of those that actually end up on the mountain. So it's nothing that new. They run them road course as well, so we're still waiting on suspension to make it go right, not just left, because this truck currently is set up just to go left. So we still have some challenges ahead of us, but
You know, Richard, there's going to be some extra weight. Is that going to be a
a little challenge. So we're comparing it. The guy who donated the truck to us, Rick Lend, his truck is 3,400 pounds, and we are literally running the same motor he ran 2 years ago. And I want to say he was an 1150, 1155. Not the running at the mountain. Our shop, now this will be 17, 18 cars we've built for Pikes. We expect to be mid-pack with this setup. So we're going to do our bit as light as possible and make our...
Yeah, I think you've about outran your Wi-Fi there, Richard.
Yeah,
Oi.
it's ugly,
No.
cutting in and out, and can hardly understand you. So, can you get closer to
weird.
your Wi-Fi?
Thought I was.
No, you weren't.
No.
Oh,
No.
now you're sound. There you go.
There you go. You're getting better.
There you go.
Better?
So
Yes.
my question is,
there are challenges going...
I was going to say, my question is, obviously there's rules and regulations. Do you have to have a body on the vehicle? Why not just do the frame and the roll cage and no fenders, no doors, no nothing, and just run it up that way?
Well, that's an open wheel car like my Miata.
Well, there you go.
Oh, so that puts it in a different class.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's in a different class. And this is more of we're not going up there so much to be fast as to leave a legacy. This is for his father, for my father, and what you don't realize what you do with some young men in life that will just shape the way they live forever. Mm-hmm. So let's go out there and make somebody's dream come true.
Has there ever been a Roadrunner going up, a '68 Roadrunner go up the mountain like that?
I don't know a 68 Roadrunner. There is a B body that is registered this year, but it's a 66 Cornet. So a little different look than a 68. But we've talked to some of the Dodge people, some of the Mopar people. They're excited about it. Not a lot that they could do or help us with, but we will represent the best we can going up the mountain.
When is the event?
Date has not been announced, but usually the last weekend in June has been our date for like the last 10 years.
Okay,
So
the
we've
last
got
weekend in June. All right. So the weekend before the 4th of July.
time to get all that dialed in. The SEMA show is the big one. Yes, weekend before the 4th.
Is-
It used to always be on 4th of July weekend, but that's all changed.
So you're going to show it first.
Yeah, well, so the SEMA show, of course, November 7th, 8th, 9th?
First week
And then we
of
come
November,
back. Yeah, we come back November 15th for my race in Victoria, which should be the first event the car participates in. So we are planning on running the car at an event a week after. We should have it on the road and tested at MSR before we even leave Houston. It will have no Bluetooth drive shafts, no Bluetooth brakes going into the show like many of the cars do.
Anything else you're working on, or is this taking up 100% of your time?
You know, we're trying. We got 76 Firebird right now. We've got the 68 SS 396 El Camino. Showed up yesterday. Just beautiful car. Chasing down some fuel injection issues. They swapped over from carbureted to fuel injection. Did it at home. It works good enough to drive, but you're not going to take it very far running the way it does. And then Firebird, we're working on AC work on it, trying to get AC back in the car. Doing a retrofit from R12 to the 134, but usual stuff, work, sleep. C4 getting cut up, turned into a race car for Lemons. You know, that's one of the things we've always got going on here is 1 or 2 Lemons cars. So
When is the
that race
Lemons
comes up
event?
same weekend as SEMA this year. It'll be the first one I've missed in 16 years.
Wow.
My God.
Richard, how many employees do you have? How many technicians or mechanics or?
Right now, 3.
Wow.
I should be at 5 to 6. Yeah, change happens. People leave, people come, people go. But I actually have 2 people we're interviewing today. So we're always looking for talented people. The problem is we have a lot of scheduling here, timelines, a lot of travel, and some people don't like that. Really, I think it's their wives don't like the travel side of it. But we go to a lot of places and do a lot of things and see amazing things.
Richard,
So,
have you ever been in touch with the guys over at
that's the life we
Houston?
lead.
Have you ever been in touch with the guys over at Houston Community College? You know, they got a great program over there, and they're always looking for a placement of their graduates.
No, I should probably get in touch with them because
Yeah, you should.
we could use some people that are actually driven and enjoy working on cars, not just. And this is like, there's a lot of people that work in the dealerships and they do it for money and they know a lot about cars, but they don't have what I call the love of cars and you know
The passion.
These are family heirlooms in our business. Like we only work on toys from other people.
Like me.
Yeah, we don't work on daily driver cars, and it changes the way you touch a car and how you handle it and what attention you give it. It's very different, but it shouldn't be. You know.
Well, yeah, because we're all car guys, and we get it. We kind of take it for granted being a car guy because you think that everybody else is, and that's not the case.
No,
and a
they're
lot,
not.
and a lot of kids these days, and I say kids, and I mean that in a very loose way, a 20-something-year-old that either dad's got the money or this kid works really hard and goes and spends a lot of money and buys a new car or a relatively new car, and it's
Correct.
all complete. I mean, you can go to the dealership and buy a 700 horsepower race car, basically, that's got a license plate on it.
Yep, absolutely. They're available all day long now.
Yeah. Well, back in our day, if you wanted something like
Didn't
that,
happen.
you had to build it.
Yeah, blood, sweat,
Yep.
and tears.
Yep.
Yeah, and the part of building it was really the joy in it. Yeah, you get to drive it afterwards, but it was getting the friends together, getting your buddy over on a Saturday night, or whatever the case may be. You have a good time with the camaraderie and having a project, a group project.
And later on in life, you say, "I've done that. I did this. This is what
Got
mine
the
looked
T-shirt,
like."
got the scars.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Longest burnout I've ever done was in this car across a Walmart parking lot many, many moons ago, and that will be.
You sure it was
happening very
Walmart
soon.
and not Kmart?
They're still
It
talking
was a
about
Walmart.
it.
It was. I was working there and doing the store sets, and it was a brand new parking lot. It was completely open, so we just left our mark all the way across it. It was
Sign the driveway.
You left a mark in history.
Yeah.
Skid mark.
That's like me and my buddy Ross when we looked at the Richardson Chevrolet dealership and new car make ready. Oh, my God. We got to pull the Corvettes out on Saturday morning. There were a couple of Corvettes that they had to have new tires on the back put on the car before it was sold because we had burnt the rubber off of them in the back
Whoops.
parking lot.
Accidentally, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely accidental.
There's just 2 of them. They got 2 others.
Yeah, yeah. They had a whole mess up. We sure had a good time with that. Those
When
are
we get
memories.
closer on this, we'll get you guys some pictures. But if you get time, head over to the Facebook page. There's a lot of pictures there.
At
We'll try
Apex?
and get Mars some pictures.
At Apex?
Yep. Apex and then Richard Tomlin, both of them. They'll find it.
Okay. All
We're
right.
there. We're linked up to you guys.
Well, hey, man, it's great to talk to you. Best of luck. Let's be in touch this fall.
We will. Come see you with the car.
You got it.
You bet.
Richard Tomlin, Apex Auto Works, 68 Roadrunner, hot rod, Pikes Peak, hill climber. Put a label on it. That's
He's
what it's got.
driven it, built it, raced it.
Did it.
Yeah.
Just ahead, a review of the 2025 Alfa Romeo Tonale and Jeff's Motor Minute after a quick break when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues. The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. Hey, the summer heat has us hiding inside the Sugar Shack studio, so we invite you to join us for our live In Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, time now for Jeff's Motor Minute.
Yeah, how many of us out there have a homeowners association? Do you have one, Mike? I've got
sir.
one. You've got one.
Not one here, but I got one coming.
Okay. Well, a
got it
homeowner was given a warning from their HOA after a family member charged a Tesla Model S in the driveway. And this is the way it went down. They're using a plug inside of the garage to charge a Model S Tesla. Family member came over on vacation and they were just visiting, so there were no extension cords, just the Tesla cable, maybe about 10 feet long. Well, shortly after they did that, they received a warning from the HOA stating that electrical cords running on the ground to the electric vehicle are not permitted in the community. This seems to be a bit of confusion between the homeowner and the HOA. It's not the EV charging that's necessarily the problem, but the cord on the ground. The bylaws in the HOA state that long extension cords with the maximum length of 25 feet are not allowed. But the EV charger is an extension cord, nor is it 25 feet long, Mike. The HOA has a reputation for making the process of installing solar panels, EV chargers, and other eco-friendly home upgrades far more difficult than they should be. Many HOAs try to capitalize on the EV charging, like hiking electric prices, requiring specific charging vendors, or just banning home charging altogether and making the practice illegal in a lot of states. Even if you're in a similar sticky situation with your HOA, there are ways to change the bylaws and have the money saving come to you through the charging. So here's some of the things that they're looking at. These are quotes and things from the homeowners. If you're charging in your garage, you have no control over what they do with your home. That's what they're arguing. The LV1 is no different than plugging in an appliance, which makes sense, is true. And another one says that, hey, get with your HOA, work it out, be friendly, be nice. So if you got a Karen in your neighborhood, look her up.
I think what you need to do is put little stakes in the yard on the way out and then have it, so it's off the ground.
Looped, yeah.
Right?
Well, if you're in your garage, close your garage door.
We can do that, too.
Yeah.
Just close it on the cord.
Yeah.
Electrocute the whole house.
There you go.
What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say you could put some little lights up there too, like Christmas lights, and then they can complain about that.
Well, you guys have EGs or EVs. You plug them in your house.
Plugged in right out there right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I tripped over the cord.
You couldn't because I parked too close to it.
I know you did. Anyways, be careful when you're doing that. Don't get people angry with you.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2025 Alfa Romeo Tonale all-wheel drive. Now, the final assembly location is Pamigliano d'Arco, Naples, Italy.
Wow.
How did I do?
Can you spell that?
Terribly.
I can spell it, but it won't do any good because it doesn't make any difference.
I can spell toenail.
Pamigliano. Available trim levels: base, Intensa, Tributo, and Italiano.
There you go.
I had the base model. It is considered a subcompact SUV, but in our language, it's a small SUV. Still seats 5 people. All new in 2024, so this is a relatively new vehicle. It's got a great shape. Love the distinct sporty shape with menacing headlights and Alfa's Scudetto grille. Bet you didn't even know that, did you?
No.
It's called a Scudetto grille. Unique wheels with round spokes. Rear taillights emulate the headlight design. Big dual exhaust tips with a rear sunshade over the rear glass. What I liked? The Tonale gets high marks for its killer design, in my opinion. What could use improvement? Nothing. Don't jack with it, and here's why. Because so many SUVs look the same. The taillights. You couldn't, if you took the name of the vehicle off of it,
I hear
you
you.
wouldn't be able to tell the difference between, no offense,
Yeah.
a Buick
Right.
Or,
An Audi.
any of those.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. Interior highlights. Start-stop button is on the steering wheel. Right there. See it? Mm-hmm. I loved it. Unique wheels. I told you about that with the round spokes. We're doing the interior now, Don. Good.
Okay.
Nice dash layout. Huge paddle shifters. Huge. If you're into paddle shifting, this is the bomb.
Mike's into paddling.
Spanking. Seat material, attractive and cool. Dash and footwell accent lights, sweet. Cargo room, small, but this is a small SUV. What I liked about it, most everything, we like the wetsuit style fabric on the
Right.
seats.
Cool.
I don't know how else to describe it. What could use improvement? Small infotainment screen that was a little slow to react to touch inputs. 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with 268 horsepower, which is a lot. Torque 295, 9-speed automatic transmission. So that's how they could get away with a little bit less horsepower in basically a sport SUV. Miles per gallon, 21 city, 29 highway for a combined of 24. Believe it or not, I got 29.7 miles per gallon
Wow, great.
over 461.5 miles.
Wow.
That's pretty darn
Yeah,
good.
That's really good.
What I liked, plenty of power to throw it around corners. And I say that in a sincere way.
Because you want to.
Well, because you want to,
Yeah.
and it can.
Yeah.
Because it can. Yeah.
Because it can. And that's the one cool thing about it that most SUVs don't have in this category. What could use improvement? Start-stop was annoying and couldn't turn it off.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I just couldn't figure out a way to turn
Well,
it off.
that's true.
Parking brake automatically engages when you put it in park. Turbo lag in some situations. Ride and handling. The sportiness is what I really liked about it. What could use improvement? If you don't like a sporty ride and handling, then buy something else.
Yeah.
Don't buy a sports car.
Yeah.
Don't because that's what this is. It's a sports car SUV. The base model price is $36,495. The base trim price, wait a minute, I've got that. The base trim price is $36,495 on this because it is the base model. Total price with a couple of options, including the destination charge, $39,930.
Really?
I know. I was impressed not only by the price, but the hot rod ride, the hot rod handling. I'm all in.
And
Yeah.
two things I'm noticing that is that you don't see or you don't hear of the Alfa Romero very often getting recalled for anything.
No, you don't.
That I remember.
I hadn't thought of that.
And the
That's
other
right.
thing is you keep saying toenail. I'm going to have to make a pedicure appointment.
I didn't.
I'm going to have to make a
say
pedicure
toenail.
appointment.
You said toenail. I
keep
didn't say
saying it. I'm going to have my toes done.
actual competitors are the BMW X1, the Audi Q3, and the Mercedes-Benz GLA, and all of those are more
Well,
expensive.
I was going to say those are. So this is the better bargain out of all. Those.
I think so. And if you're into a small SUV and you want to have kind of a hot rod thing going on and something different that doesn't look like all the rest of them,
Right.
go check it out.
And you're in the Euro phase, the European vehicle.
There you go.
You know, Italian.
And I bet you'll find one at an Alpha store that's already beat the tariffs. So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
True.
So the 2025 Alfa Romeo Tonale all-wheel drive. Pretty
Perfect.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice car.
All right. If you'd like to get in touch with us, well, we're a little bit early here, aren't we?
We are.
What did you say, Morris? Did you take your headset off?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Well, we're going to let him go ahead and do whatever it is that he's got to do.
You do.
I did run across this story, and so there's going to be a little bonus segment here.
Sure.
Jeep's Swift Shift toward more eco-friendly off-roading saw the lineup move away from high-powered Hemi engines as the Adventure brand added plug-in hybrids and its first fully electric vehicle in North America, the Wagoneer S. It's now changing course and revving up its V8 offerings again. The brand will tap the power and performance of the Hemi across Jeep products as new projects are already underway. That, according to CEO Bob Broderdorf. And I think we met him, didn't we, Mars?
His name sounds familiar.
And then we'll go even further, he says, by bringing more powertrain options in the future, adding more horsepower to the lineup. First step in Jeep's Hemi resurgence is new life for the Wrangler Rubicon 392, baby. I love that motor, which is planned to go out of production last year. The 470 horsepower trail cruiser, is that a category, a trail cruiser?
It is
That
now.
ain't no cruising on that kind of thing, which retails for more than $100,000 with shipping, is currently the only Jeep to still offer 8 cylinders under the hood, but not for long. 392 is coming back, baby. And have you ever seen one? You ever heard one? I had one.
Yeah, they rumble.
Oh, my God.
Rumbling.
It's scary fast, and that's what we like. Don't
It's
you?
like us. We're scary fast.
We are.
We're just scary.
That's how you lost your hair, isn't
Yeah,
it? Because it
blew it right off.
blew right off.
Going so fast. You know, I was in a car one time that as soon as you did a burnout, make the earth spin backwards. That's how fast that car was.
Depends, I guess, which way you're pointed.
That's true.
All right. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@nwheeltime.com. We are back right after this quick break. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey Radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us. This is your place for all things automotive, the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Blair Deffenbaugh and the SCCA. Later, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, without his headset. We always need more Jeff Zekin. David Ainsley, our chief engineer. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us on this Saturday for our live broadcast. If you're listening on a podcast, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Our live show is on every Saturday from 10 until noon Central Time.
Yep.
Fellow by the name of Blair Deffenbaugh is the SCCA spokesperson. Blair, good morning.
Good morning. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Well, we're doing very well, thank you. And are you at an SCCA event? I see you're in a car.
I am kind of part-time in this just a little bit at an autocross event. Welcome to the back of my wife's car.
It's the back of the wife's car. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, so the back seat has another purpose at this point
Well,
in
there
life.
you go. That's not what I was
got
thinking.
It's going to work. It works well for a lot of things. We're about to find out what else it works
There
good
you
for.
go.
That's it. So, now I'm a Corvette guy. Now I don't know as if I've ever been to an SCCA event with the Corvette, which certainly not the current one, but there are events for Corvettes only, but I have to tell you that the SCCA events are pretty attractive to me because now I can see other people that really like to get out there and race through the cones for time without banging up my car and ruining my car. And I can ruin it as much as I want to.
Of course.
Yeah, depending on what all I've got going on. You keep pointing at something.
No, you're good.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm attracted to it, but I don't know too many people that are in SCCA locally, and I know that they are. But there seems to be some sort of a disjoint here when it comes to promoting, advertising SCCA events. So, where are you currently?
Currently, I'm in Sylva, North Carolina. We're near. I live near Asheville.
Okay.
SCCA is actually based in Topeka, Kansas, though.
Okay, and and you're in NASCAR country, and I assume that you do some NASCAR events once in a while, maybe a road trip there or something.
I like to keep my motorsports interest spread pretty wide, even though I do work for SCCA. But at SCCA as a club, we don't do any kind of we don't do any oval track or anything like that.
Right.
We're doing all sorts of road racing, all sorts of autocrossing as well. You know what we do. Yeah.
Yes, and that there are some road racing events that are actual at designated road racing tracks. Like that, there's one that's south of Houston here that's very popular for road
Very
racing.
popular.
Yeah, and you're probably familiar with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. MSR Houston is a good. That's a wonderful racetrack.
Right, but you also do parking lot events.
We do. We do.
Well, I don't-
Gymkhanas, yeah.
Watch
yeah,
out now.
Yeah, I mean there are different names for them, but
Yeah.
for me they're a parking lot event. But I don't want to make it sound like it's something less than what it really is, because that's my first event was a parking lot event through the cones. And let me tell you something, it could be very challenging. Depends on how it's set up.
Autocross is a beautiful place to start. I always say speed is low and confidence is high. And so when you're running around those cones, a Corvette is going to be doing, most sort of regional style courses. You're going to be doing 60 miles an hour, maybe topped out. But boy, howdy, let me tell you, that car is on edge and it's fun to drive.
It really is.
Autocross is a beautiful way to get started driving.
And you're really thankful for the course workers because you knock down more cones than you leave up, at least at the beginning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I try to keep that from happening, but you're right. It does happen from time to time.
It does happen. And the one that I started with was a first gear only course. And that's a great place to start because you're not,
You're throwing that car around.
yeah, you don't have to worry about shifting it because, you're not going to get it up that high of speed, but it's a timed event. So you're out there by yourself.
Yeah. SCCA has, not to get too spokesperson-y, which, by the way, don't tell my boss you called me that because I don't know if that's part of my job description or not. But we have a little over 2,000 events a year from California to you guys to the East Coast where I am. We've got anything from, that's kind of the beauty of the thing is if you want to get started in competition timed driving, autocross is a beautiful place to start. If you want to go on track, not against the clock, we've got Track Night in America. If you want to go on track against the clock, we've got a great time trials program that runs, nationally. SCCA has all sorts of places to get started. We even have, I'm interested to know if you guys know what Road Rally is. We have a Road Rally program as well.
I know you're going to tell us about the Road
Rally.
Rally program, aren't you?
Yeah, I can tell you about whatever you want. I can tell you about whatever you don't
Tell
want
me
to.
about the Road Rally program.
Yeah, absolutely. Road Rally is a great program. That's kind of the joy of driving. There's a few different types of Road Rally, but it's all done on the street, obey the laws. Most common is what's called a time distance rally, TDS. You'll see it. And it's basically you set off at a time, you're given a start time, and you have to hit certain checkpoints at specific times along the route. And they plan this route. Sometimes it's about driving through the country. Sometimes it's about covering distance, and seeing your area of the state or whatever. It's cool because you get to drive. You can drive literally anything. There's an old legend about a guy who would win his local rallies just every single time, reliably first place, time and time again. And somebody said, "Oh, well, sir, you own a shop. You build cars for a living. Of course you're winning." And he says, "I can come in with a concrete truck and I will still win this rally." And so the next time he showed up, he borrowed his buddy's concrete truck and won the rally in that. So you can do it in quite literally anything at all, and it's a great way to just enjoy the car that you already own.
It sounds like he cemented the competition.
He cemented the competition. Good, Jeff.
Oh
Thank you
my
very
gosh!
much
I actually
for
have to pop off, guys. Sorry, let me get out of here on that one.
that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry. How much does it cost to join the SCCA? And I assume that there's a Houston area chapter.
Yeah, so SCCA is broken up into there
Region.
are division, and then there are regions even smaller than division. So you're in a division. Texas is in the Southwest region, I believe, and then you're broken down into regions. And there I think there's a few different regions in Texas. There's so much land area to cover. We have a few different regions there. As far as cost, I mean, if you just want a straight up SCCA membership, you can be in for $30 a year, really.
Wow.
As you go through a license, if you want to go road racing, your costs go up a little bit because there's you have to go through that licensing process and get that license. I think I'm paying $100 a year, I think, everything for the membership.
As much money
you know,
as we spend on cars, $100 a
You
year.
find that
is
in the
nothing.
couch. You probably find that in the backseat of that car you're sitting in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's not a lot.
No.
It's not a lot.
So what do you get for the $30 a year? You get a magazine, you get information. How does that work?
We have a number of partners. We've got a whole bunch of partners that we work with that extend certain discounts to you. Everything from rental car companies to Summit. Summit has a discount program with us as well for SCCA members. You get cheaper access to a lot of the events. So what you'll find as you go to, we've been talking about autocross. If you go to autocross regions, they will have a member price and a non-member price, and you'll pay the lower member
Gotcha.
price. You get access to any of our events, whether it's road racing or not. We're heading into what we call a championship season, where our road racing, our autocross, and our time trials program all have national championship events. And with your membership, you can get into any of those and watch the action.
Perfect.
that and that's one of the things that I wanted to drive home to our viewers and our followers is the fact that this is something that everybody with a driver's license can do. And there's no reason to be intimidated because once you get to an event, you're welcome to the event. One, you got like-minded people, car people there that'll help you along the way. I don't have any clue what I'm doing. Let me teach you. Let me show you. And you know that there's every driver that shows up there is willing to help and really welcome you in.
Or if you get to a parking lot event, you're going to say, I'd like to do that. And then you get your mom's Buick out there and
Right.
you know, and
you can get mom. Take mom with you.
mom with you.
Get mom to drive her own car.
Yeah. That's the beauty of SCCA is I'm actually a second generation member. I've been a member since I was born, quite literally since I was born. And my dad had been racing since the early 80s. So I'm actually a second generation member. I've been around the club my entire life. And that is one thing. When I count up all of my greatest friends, almost all of them are SCCA members. We all have the same disease. We just have to get money out of our pockets as quickly as we can, I think is the real goal for that. That's the beauty of SCCA is you can really choose your level of commitment and you can choose your level of involvement. However deep you want to go, we got something for you.
What are you driving in the SCCA? What is your forte? And does your wife have one too? Does she drive?
She does not drive. She mostly watches me spend all of our money. But I am a road racer at heart, and so I race in a class called B-Spec, and it's aimed at as affordable as road racing can be. It's all subcompact. So I drive a 2010 Honda Fit. The B-Spec class is comprised of Honda Fit, Toyota Yaris, Chevy Sonic, base model Mini, Fiat 500, all those sort of small subcompacts. And we have a pretty modest bolt-on list of parts. So you get one of these cars, you add a cage and a little bit of safety to it, bolt on some parts, do an ECU tune, and you're off to the races. And the affordability of the class really really is what attracted me to it personally. I said a $200 set of brake pads will last me the whole season. So, it's a pretty economical way to go road
Do
racing.
you drive the car there?
No, I have a trailer. I've got a pickup truck and a trailer.
Okay.
I tow my
I was wondering if you put it in the bed of the truck or if you put
could,
it on
yeah.
a trailer.
Well, you could. Yeah, depends on the size of the truck.
No,
I guess.
Get
but
three guys
I
to
like
load
the
it.
idea of the smaller vehicle because they've got to be a blast to drive. I mean, it's like driving go-karts, I would think.
It's so fun to drive. The bolt-on list that we're allowed, it's a spec series or spec class, and so we have a set of parts that we're allowed to bolt onto the car. Everybody pretty much uses the same parts. We all use a Bilstein B14 coilover kit, so we're all on the exact same suspension. We're on the exact same tire. The only time it really differs is your choice of brakes, and I personally have a rear sway bar on my car and no front sway bar on the front. And so some other people make some different choices around that. But it wakes the car up in a way. People look at you funny when you tell them you race a Honda Fit. But between the sway bar and the coilover kit and the tune and the exhaust work and the intake work, it wakes the car up. It's so fun to drive. Everybody's doing the exact same speed, so you don't really feel like you're going all that slow because you're doing it, 6 inches off the other guy. It's a blast. It really is.
So
very,
this
very fun
this
class.
is a competition that's door to door.
Yes, yeah, road, yeah. That's a good point. When I say road racing, I do mean wheel to wheel racing.
How fun!
So do you have capabilities of taking a passenger with you on this, or is it just a one-seater?
Not in road racing. There are we do have programs where you can have passengers, but in wheel to wheel racing, I'm going to call it risk is enough that we do not allow passengers.
So
for
on the
this program.
on the parking lot runs, do you have a teacher or somebody to guide you through, telling you how to drive the car, like an instructor in the beginning?
You can. We have, lots of regions have autocross schools, and we can put you in the car with an instructor. You can go out and learn it. We actually have a program called the Starting Line, where you can go. It is a autocross school. It's a multi-day autocross school where we put instructors with you. There are classroom sessions. We really teach you the ins and outs of autocrossing.
And
Cool.
and is there a fee for that?
No, it's just an entry fee. Most autocrosses are, I don't know, between $30 and $100 probably.
Yeah. Because the one that I went on was like that. I don't remember the exact price of it, but I had a very talented guy that had a Corvette that was set up for autocross. And let me tell you something. He spared no expense. I mean, you look underneath the car and the suspension work is amazing. And you're going, I don't have that kind of money. You don't have to. Obviously, he was in a different class when it came down to the timed event. But it was an eye-opener with him sitting next to me and teaching me where to make the exits of the turns, how to make the apex, all of the things that go into getting through the course quicker without knocking down half the cones.
It's incredible. We call them aliens when they are proper. When you go to our championship event for solo is autocross. Is coming up in Lincoln, Nebraska in September. I think I get on a plane in 2 weeks now, something like that. There are people out there who make a car do something. I've been doing this all my life. Even I cannot believe some of the stuff that they're doing, and we call them aliens because the way they can process the information coming in with such a quickness and make the car react and then make the car do what they want it to do. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, it's the whole seat of the pants thing. You can feel it in your butt when it's right. It's right, and it takes a little time to learn that, to be able to pick it up, have the senses go down there, and you're thinking, oh, that doesn't feel right, and you do it the next time, and you make a little correction. You do it a little bit better, and you think, yeah, I'm in the right direction, and that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, it sounds. I go back to that that parking lot race, for lack of a better term, and I go back to that. I'll never forget it. It was a one weekend thing, and it was over at the parking lot at the Budweiser Brewery here in town.
Oh, yeah.
and it had
Okay,
brand new asphalt, and somebody spent a ton of money on cones. And we used the whole parking lot. There were no curb stops in it. Yeah, obviously, there were parking spaces, but that forget all that. We got out there, got lined up, and you start talking to people. And, hey, I've never done this before. And you know somebody that can help me? Oh, yeah, go talk to Bob. And so go talk to Bob. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll ride along with you. I'll help you out. There's always somebody there to help you out. The fee was nominal. It really didn't cost that much. You sign a little waiver, and off you go. Had a blast. An absolute blast.
It's so much fun, and that's why I say autocross is such a good way to get started, because the commitment level is super low. Take your car, however it is, as long as it's got brakes and it's safe. Take your car, pay. The entry fees are typically really, really low, and you can try it out. Oftentimes you can enter a single day event. So if you don't want to commit your entire weekend to it, go out there for a Saturday. Go out there for a Sunday. We have regions who are starting to have events in half-day formats as well. So if you have Sunday morning but you don't have Sunday afternoon, you can go and do it. You can check it out, and you can learn a lot about yourself. You can learn a lot about your car. And it's a fascinating thing. I'll tell you,
there are probably a lot of people that are watching or listening to this, following this, and going, well, I don't want to tear up my car. Well, really, you don't tear up your car. Oh, I don't want to tear up the tires. You're not going to do that.
You're not going to do that. And that's where autocross comes in. It's not only is it low commitment and low barrier to entry, cheap to get into. The speeds are too low for you to tear the car up in any real way.
Yeah.
You'll get a little bit of wear here and there, but it's just not much. You're not going to hurt the car at all.
Just go rent one.
Blair, Blair,
I'm not going to say that out loud.
Yeah, Blair, we certainly appreciate you taking the time to get us all indoctrinated in SCCA.
Oh yeah.
Let's stay 100%. In touch. You got a big event you're going to go to. Let's call in
Yes.
and have a conversation about it.
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be great.
All right. Blair, again, thanks so much. Blair Deffenbaugh with SCCA. Thank you, sir. Just ahead,
Appreciate it.
Jeff has the racing calendar.
Yeah.
And Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll bring you some of the stories making headlines this week in the automotive world. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is back in just a flash.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, In-Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In-Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In-Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. Welcome back to In-Wheel Time. You're invited to join our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central, on InWheelTime.com, Facebook, and YouTube. We hope you check us out from our home base here in the Sugar Shack Studios. If you miss us, you'll be able to hear the paint dry on your favorite podcast channel. And by the way, while we're doing a little promo there, I might as well tell everybody and spill the beans that
Spill it.
we're going to do a best of show in a couple of weeks. While we move from the current location to a temporary location out at the Hemi Hideout. John Hovis has allowed us to, I don't know why, to come out to the Hemi Hideout to do the show from there. There's no event or anything, but while we move the studio for a month, give us a little time to get settled in, get all the stuff up and running, thanks to David, we'll be out at the Hemi Hideout.
Just don't tell them where we're going.
And it's
We're
only a
gonna lead up to it.
15-minute more drive
Yeah.
for you.
Right.
And for us, it's a drive,
Yeah.
but not bad.
Yeah, but it's the Hemi Hideout.
It is the
You gotta
Hemi
go to Hemi
Hideout.
Hideout.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's coming up in a couple of weeks. All right. Time now for the racing calendar, Jeffrey, sponsored by the Texas Muscle Car Club
And
Challenge.
thank you for that. Hey, listen, NHRA is off. They're coming back on the 27th. Formula One is off. They're going to be out in 2 weeks coming up. IMSA is off for a week or so. The Indy Racing League, they crowned a champion last week. Paulo won. Award came in second. Dixon won the race. No, it wasn't Dixon. It was Powell. Power won the race last week to end that season. So NASCAR Craftsman Truck ran yesterday. I watched a little bit of the time trials. Didn't really see the race, but that was
Did
yesterday.
they have any big crashes?
I did not. I don't know. I have no idea. But that was at Richmond. The Xfinity race guys, they are off. They're coming back on the 22nd. They're going to be in Daytona International, and there's a lot of hoopla and big event going on there in Daytona next week. And then the Cup guys tomorrow are in Richmond. It's on USA Network at 7:30. It's a night race, so if you got the channel, be there. And like Blair said, support your SCCA groups. Go out to your local tracks. Have fun. Get a hot dog. Grab a beer, whatever the case. They might even let you drive. Who knows? There we go. Uh-oh.
What was that?
The license plate fell off the wall. See, we're moving because our house is falling down.
Around us.
Literally. All right, Mr. Mars, it's time now for this week's Auto History.
This week in auto history, found several little informational things that seemed interesting. For example, in 1897,
I remember it well.
the Automobile Club of Great Britain and Ireland, I think you remember number one, was founded and established as one of the earliest auto advocacy organizations. It later became the Royal Automobile Club and kind of set a precedent for related social, legislative engagements worldwide, like auto clubs get involved with supporting the automotive industry in clubs just like we were talking about. Also in 1899, did not know this, but Henry Ford actually was working for the Edison Company, and so he quit the Edison Illuminating Company and to focus on his full-time building of his automobiles, which is what led to the foundation of the Ford Motor Company. I just always assumed that he was with Ford from the beginning, but he was doing something else.
Edison is still in existence in Detroit.
Yes, now it's Con Ed, I
Right,
believe, a multi-billion-dollar thing. Also, 1902, blew my mind, the birth of Felix Wankel. We don't normally talk about births, but the Wankel rotary engine.
You can't say that on any broadcast media because it goes directly to
FCC. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But that's
Wankel.
Wankel?
Yeah. Oh, he's got a cute Wankel.
it's a cute little one. It's a good
Well, yeah,
pudgy
I
little
always,
cheek
whenever
Wankel.
I always thought about the Wankel motor, I thought it was like in the 60s or something that somebody came up with this, but this was in 1902. This guy was born and came up with this motor. Just
It's
impressed
an
me.
odd thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You'll go blind if you use that Wankel.
In 1966, the first Chevrolet Camaro was produced in Norwood, Ohio. Of course, this was done to challenge the growing pony car market that was done by Ford's Mustang. And it literally became a cultural icon.
That right there?
Until the new one that I've seen pictures of is going to be like the new Mustang.
Is that got the V8 in it? Is that the
can't-
V8 symbol?
It looks
on
like
it
it's
is.
got a
Because
V8.
those are the original hubcaps
Yeah.
that the car came with. And we thought, golly, those hubcaps are just terrible.
At the time, they were state of the art. I mean,
Yes.
they were fancy.
Well, they are. Yeah.
And they're expensive now. Also, and the next one this is one of the things that I've always wondered about. John DeLorean was acquitted in 1984. Now, he was the founder of the DeLorean Motor Company, and he was found not guilty of drug trafficking charges, but the entrapment that followed that put him in that position, it literally ruined his career. And I wasn't aware that he was involved with the Nova, I knew about the GTO, and I did not know about the Vega as well as
Really?
the DeLorean. These are all cars that John DeLorean was involved with in
Influenced,
producing.
yeah.
Yeah. And if they hadn't run him in the ground, it's a wonder of what he would have done.
Very
that
smart man.
Yes, just some of the things that we found this week in automotive history.
Well, I want more.
More. How about...
Do you have any more?
Well, I don't have any more pictures because I couldn't find a picture. But
He's in
Ford,
pictures.
have you ever heard of the Ford Contour
Yes.
Yes.
and the Mercury Mystique?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they began production in 1984. And it was part of Ford's World Car Initiative, but basically the same car, they just different badging, and that's what they built their World Car thing on, and they're gone now.
I'll be darned.
But they were started in 1984.
Well, that should be part of your cars that are no longer in existence as far as names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
so that's this week in automotive
All
history.
right. Well, thank you, sir.
Great.
An insurance company is blaming Nissan North America and Newark, Delaware dealership for an engine compartment fire that caused more than $700,000 in property damage.
What?
The June 2024 fire began in the engine compartment of a 2017 Pathfinder parked in the owner's garage. A neighbor noticed smoke and fire coming out of the garage, alerted the homeowner. The fire department put the blaze out, but it rekindled less than 24 hours later, according to the Delaware Superior Court complaint filed by the neighbor's insurer, Trumbull Insurance Company. It quickly spread, engulfing the owner's home and causing extensive smoke, water, and fire damage to the next-door neighbor's house and a 2016 Acura that was inside the garage there. The Pathfinder had been the subject of a November 2019 safety recall notice for 2016 to 2018 Maximas, Muranos, and Pathfinders. The notice warned that the anti-lock brake actuator may leak fluid that could create an electrical short and potentially lead to a fire, according to NHTSA. The owner took their Pathfinder to Nissan Sheridan, which, quote, informed them the required parts were unavailable. Sheridan Nissan never followed up, sourced the required parts, or concluded the repair despite multiple service visits, the July 28th complaint said. The insurer's complaint named Nissan, the dealership, and the Pathfinder's owner as defendants. That does not sound good.
No.
That's not going to wind up good. And it's not unusual for a customer to sue a dealership. It's rare to see a dealership sue a customer, but that's what happened in New Mexico, where a Chevrolet store is taking a purchaser to court over allegedly refusing to provide a good title on her trade-in. In May, Mary Ann Ferry, what a name, bought a 2021 Silverado 3500 for $71,550 from Reliable Chevrolet in Albuquerque, according to the federal complaint. She traded in a 21 Silverado 1500 and received $40,000 minus the $17,700 payoff on her loan. After turning over the pickup to Ferry and paying off her trade, the store discovered she didn't have the legal right to unilaterally transfer the title, the August 4th complaint said. The suit characterizes Ferry's alleged misrepresentations about ownership as reckless, willful, knowing, and intentional. It asks for compensatory and punitive damages for breach of contract and fraud for knowingly misrepresenting her ability to transfer the title.
So the bank owned it. She didn't.
Apparently.
Wow.
And so she got...
Well, she thought she was being slick.
I think you call that fraud,
I
don't
think
you?
so.
That's what they used to call it.
They don't call it that anymore, but in my book it's called fraud.
Yeah. I think it still is.
Okay. Well, I've got more headlines, and we're going to get to most of them coming
Okay.
up in the next hour. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We'll be back after this.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey Radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Welcome to the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we hope to talk with Rob Burley about his benefit auction down in Galveston. And later, Jeff will bring us some of his car culture with 6 American car names that no longer exist. Well, the names exist, but the cars don't.
Yes.
And Mars has his driving destinations, Labor Day getaways.
I saw a preview of that.
Coming up
It's pretty
this
good.
Half hour. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday live broadcast.
We're waiting on our guest, so I got a quick fill-in if you want.
I would love to have you do that.
Okay, well, you ever know how much a replacement key fob is? You've ever lost a key fob?
I've heard they can be
Are they
very
broken?
expensive.
They can be, but it depends on the kind of vehicle. So it's a make model of the vehicle. If it's a luxury brand, it's obviously going to cost more. Is it an OE, or you have to go to the auto supply store?
How about
and
an
get a generic? An
Not
OE.
not an OE, but an AUI.
AUI and an OE and an INI or an Audi. But we've got the young man there. But
Go ahead and finish.
Finish,
Okay,
finish
so
your story.
the type of
Go get it
service-
unmute.
if you just want a simple battery replacement, they're anywhere between $5 and $25 to do that for the battery, depending, again, on the fob. Standard key fob replacement aftermarket is between $50 and $150, so be careful of that. OEM or INI or Audi, whatever you want to call it, fob replacement, $150 to $500. So I imagine that Alpha probably was in a higher price range to replace that fob. Smart key or proximity fob replacement, $250 to $600. Key fob programming at a dealership between $50 and $150. So be careful of that. Locksmith programming is between $30 and $100. So if you've got one, take care of it. Don't lose it. Keep it in your pocket, whatever the case. But if the battery goes, you can do those yourself. I replace batteries in Kathy's and mine all the time when they go bad. But losing it is a different story, or breaking it is a different story. So be prepared for that. If you got money stashed for service or repairs on your car, put a couple extra bucks away for the fob in case you need it.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. There is a big.
Just lost him. Hold on. There he is. All right.
Go ahead, Don.
All right. There's a big to do coming up down in Galveston in a couple of weeks. And here to join us to tell us about it is a fellow by the name of Rob Burley, Burley Auctions. And it's going to be down at a familiar place to most of us here in the Houston area. Rob, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Well, very well, thank you. So, big auction down there at Moody Gardens, I understand.
Yes, sir. We put together, this is our second year doing it there. And, it's a car-focused auction with a lot of memorabilia. And we've even got a really good estate collection of antique firearms in there with Texas Ranger guns. Hell, we even got a Gatling gun.
A Gatling gun. Do you have the bullets to go along with it? Because I could use it on a couple of people.
Yeah, it's a 4570 Navy model, like an 1890s Colt. It's actually made by Colt.
Oh.
And it fired 4570 rounds. So I think that would handle pretty much anything you
Does
need.
it have a crank on it?
It does.
Now wait a minute. Don't you have to have if it works, then don't you have to have a certain federal license to own that?
Oddly enough, on this one, no, because it's not an actual machine gun. Each time you're firing
Single
one
shot.
single round out of that barrel, so it's just like a semi-automatic.
Wow.
This gun's got a ton of history to it. It does not have the carriage. It's one of the Navy versions that would have mounted on like a post, so there's no carriage. But there's history to it. It's got Texas Ranger history to it. And, that gun's $150,000. Nobody's going to buy that gun and go knock over a liquor store with it.
Oh, now that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Had plans for Saturday night there.
Ruined my weekend.
Oh, my God. So let's talk about the car show, first of all. So
Yes, sir.
Who's invited? How do you get in? Do I want to show a car, or I want to view the cars that are there? Tell me about all that.
All right, there's two events going on there at Moody Gardens. There's the car show, which follows our event. We're actually a car auction, so we are a classic car auction. Last year we did it with Moody Gardens. They had us do it on Labor Day Monday. It's the only time I've ever done an auction on a Monday. We had a tropical storm hit the day of. It flooded so bad that it flooded the parking lot,
Oh,
and
my
people
God.
couldn't get there. But we had about, some of our regulars were already there. They came to me and go, "What are you going to do?" And I go, "We're going literally hell or high water." And we had a great time. It was a great sale. Internet carried a lot of it. But we sold several vets over the $100,000 mark. We had a really nice split window Survivor 63 sold for $100,000. So it was a bargain. Great car. Hell, we had a 55 Chevy come in the 2 days before that thing ran. I mean, it was so smooth, all original, sold for $22,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there was buys there. There was some of the stuff that brought a lot of money. We set record prices on some of the signs, but the cars were all over the place. So it was a fun event. We brought in Dale Watson last year. So this year we'd done it, and we had planned this thing about a year out, and we did a 3-day music festival. So we're trying to get people to come to the island and stay and be there for the car auction, and then stay there for the concerts. It's hard to get people to go to an auction these days, and we're not trying to be Meekum or Barrett Jackson, who are the kings of that heap. We're a mixed bag. We got antique guns, we got signs, we got all kind of stuff, plus a great collection of cars, but we were also putting music on top of it, so you'd have entertainment there at the resort and never have to leave the resort. Well, after the floods on July 4th, I literally live on the Guadalupe River in New Braunfels.
Oh, Lord.
We had helicopters above my house. We had rescue boats behind my house. Nobody here, lost their lives, but upriver, if it wasn't for the Canyon Lake Dam, it would have taken my house. We had about a 13-foot rise here. They had some of those places had a 57-foot rise. So as we got closer to this event, it just, everybody around me had lost somebody, including the chairman of Moody Gardens. So when we figured that out, and I'm an auctioneer by trade. I run an auction house, but I also do a ton of fundraising. I've raised over $100 million from the mic pro bono. So when this happened, I said, I've already got the band scheduled. What I'm going to do is we're going to donate 100% of the ticket sales to the flood relief charities there local in Kerrville.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So well, that's good to know. And I was looking at the the scheduled entertainment. I'm going, are you sure this isn't the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo? I mean,
oh, these guys are friends, so I was able to pull favors and get some of these guys to come play. Gary P., Dale Watson, all those guys are good friends of mine. William Beckman. Hell, I used to book William Beckman for $300 when nobody knew who he was. He parked his bus at my place for years. He's hard to book, Kevin Fowler, we were trying to get over there. He's coming to play there for y'all in Galveston. So there's a proximity clause issue. We were trying to put together a good event, and we brought in some of the better guys in Texas music. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got over $100,000 in that lineup.
well, I can see that. I mean, here's Dale Watson, Corey Morrow.
Yep.
I mean, there's some big names here.
Yeah, the derailers.
So how does that work? I mean, is it you got different talent every day?
Yeah, we got 3 nights of shows. So Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So Friday night is going to be Jake Penrod. And if y'all haven't heard of him yet, he's opening for Charlie Crockett a lot now. But Jake's one of those guys that's new and up and coming. I highly recommend you check him out. And then you got Dale Watson, who we love. Dale's, king of the honky tonk. And then we got the Wilder Blue, who is as close to the Eagles as I've heard ever. I mean, and they've got some great original music. If you haven't heard them, check them out. And then Saturday, we got the auction all day. As soon as the auction's over, we're going to have Jake Penrod play a second set. And then we got Gary P. Nunn and William Beckman. And William Beckman is on a rocket. If you haven't checked him out, he's a great songwriter. He's in country, but the guy sings Spanish. He sings, he's almost like a Harry Connick Jr. if he grew up on the border.
Interesting.
And Sunday we got a whole run of people. We got Pauline Reese, we got the Derailers, we got Kat Hasty, who is a new and up and comer, and then we've got Silverado and Corey Morrow. So I mean that's a solid lineup for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So can I buy a 3-day ticket?
Yes, 3-day tickets are the easiest. And here's the good part: if you register to bid at the auction, it's a $100 bidder registration fee, but it comes with a 3-day general admission pass to all the concerts.
Wow.
So that's the cheapest way to see everything. We want everybody to come in there and have a good time. We're going to give away a ton of these tickets to first responders. We're giving away tickets to families, anybody that was affected by this. It's a huge venue. Obviously we want to sell the tickets because 100% of the tickets sold, and we're selling through the Easel program. Every ticket sold through Easel, I'm donating 100% of that.
What is Easel?
Easel is a platform that we use. It's a ticket selling platform that they do with the bigger music festivals use it. So when we do these big fundraisers, but Easel is the platform that when you buy it, all goes through them.
I got
So
you.
at the end, I'm going to take 100% of that tally and donate it. And there's a local, there's a judge there local that has kind of been the head of the search and rescue and kind of coordinating everything. And he lost his son in the flood. So I'm actually going to go to him and say, hey, where does this need to go? And I'm going to let them pick where it goes.
Very nice.
And we're going to cut a check to whatever local charity because there's a ton of money going in there, but there's still gaps in there.
Yeah.
So I'm taking this one. It's not going to be, this is just my little event. We're doing another event after this that I have not even announced yet that will raise several million that I've teamed up with the Alamo to do.
Hey, Rob, since you want everybody to visit the island, are the hotels giving any kind of special offers for folks that want to stay on the weekend?
Yeah, Moody Gardens is actually a great partner in this, and they've actually got it pretty well. If you want to come stay, they've got hotel room packages that include passes to these events. Now, you can upgrade to the VIP where you get right up front, and there's a special pass. You got to pay a little bit more. You got to go backstage and meet everybody, and you get meet and greets with it. But Moody Gardens, they've really got a great setup over there. They've got rooms left, but you better get on it because they're going to sell out Saturday night pretty quick. Friday night's almost sold out, and Sunday there's still some rooms. But if you want to get there for all 3 nights to get that package, I would suggest going to Moody Gardens and booking that right now.
Yeah, because it's only 2 weeks away.
Yeah, and it's Labor Day weekend on top of it, so
Yeah.
you got a 3-day weekend.
Well, it's sort of a captured audience down there, too, on Labor Day weekend because you're going to have people going down there for other events.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
If you want to go to Galveston for the 3-day weekend, you might
There
as
you
well
go.
because that's a nice place.
Yeah, and we're also about to run a bunch of radio ads there in Houston, so it's gonna drive some of the Houston traffic down there. So we try to get it out to all of the guys that were going to be buying the cars and stuff and bidding first because that was what this was originally for.
Well, you know, we
We're
have
trying
some time available on the In Wheel Time Show, but you can buy some spots.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm interested. Let's talk.
Okay. Hey, you're an auctioneer, so before we leave this segment, can you auction us out of here? Can you auction us off?
All right, what do you want me to sell?
Well, I don't know if we're done yet. I don't know.
Let's see. I got
Jeff
a
of Russia.
2001 Corvette with 35,000 miles on it, black on black, stock.
And we've got an old timer sitting next to me. You can auction him off, too.
All right. Well, are we done with the segment? You
Yeah.
want me to go ahead and do this now?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, boys. I appreciate you letting me come on here and talk about this. We are trying to do, raise some money for a
Sure.
good cause. On the 2001 Corvette, what do you give on it? How about a 10,000? 10, bid about 10, now 12. 10,000, now 12, now 15, 15, bid about 15, now 17 and a half. I'm at 15,000 here, now 17 and a half. I bid about 17 and a half, now 20. 17, 5, now 20, 20, bid about 20, 20, bid about 20, now 22 and a half.
Wow.
No takers.
Yay!
Yeah.
Perfect.
You
I was trying to read his lips, and you can't
You
keep
can't do that.
You can't keep up.
Thanks, Rob. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we invite everybody to check it out. So, website, burleyauction.com.
Yes, sir. BurleyAuction.com. You're going to be able to see the items that are going to be up for sale. You'll be able to get your tickets right there. And like I said, any tickets sold for this event will be donated direct to flood charities. Hopefully, you guys come out to the auction. The auction starts Saturday at noon. It'll run about noon till 6 o'clock, and then the music starts.
That's perfect
Perfect.
because our show goes off the air at noon. Our live version of it, anyways, it goes off at noon, and right up to your show time, and it ought to be a good time. We're really thrilled for you doing this event. If I have a car that I actually want to get in the auction, do I still have time to do that?
You do. We actually leave spots right in the middle of the sale because we do have a lot of cars show up last minute. It doesn't really hurt the value on most things. If you bring me a car that really needs attention, we get on the phone and start calling all of our buyers. We got a real strong buying audience that nationwide. We're not selling just to that room, but we do make it fun. If you've got a car, it's real easy. Just go to the website, send us a little email. If you want to show up the week of, we'll be over there that Tuesday of. Last year we had cars showing up the day of, and I was still getting them in, and they sold. So,
Rob, yeah, I was
let
just
us
going
know.
to say, Rob, it has been a real fun experience with you this morning. Something that was a little unexpected, and we appreciate you. And let's make sure that we stay in touch here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you having us.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Rob Burley, Burley Auctions down at Moody Gardens, coming up in a couple of weeks. Labor Day weekend, big event.
fun.
Yeah, we invite you to check it out. That's at Burley, Burley, auction.com. Just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture, cool American car names no longer around. And Mars has his driving destinations, Labor Day getaways. So we invite you to stay tuned for that here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupe Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupe Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupe Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupe Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupe experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupe beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupe Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupe Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. Hey, In Wheel Time invites you to join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live clogging event. And we talk about all things automotive, too, on the side. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Always look forward to this. 6 cool American car names. The names exist, but the cars certainly don't.
Right. Well, this is what we got. These American car names, a pivotal part of any vehicle is, of course, its name. Names that can make or break a model. Go ahead, Mike. Carry as much weight as the engine, the drivetrain configuration, and also the looks. The first one we have here is a Mercury Marauder, first introduced in 1963. The sinister one of these combined muscle cars, menace from the Ford Motor Company. The Mercury Marauder, originally intended as a submodel in the 3-sized Mercury model line. It became a standalone model in 1966 and acquired its name from a series of V8 engines that the company first unveiled in 1958. A marauder is essentially a pirate, an unsavory individual who steals and plunders, sort of like us. It was a perfect name of performance model aimed to dominate the drag strip. So there you go. That's a good-looking car there. The next one we have here is a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Introduced in 1969, the Trans Am is
Breaker 19.
There you go. Its name came to define a performance icon, one loved over generations for its styling and performance. Like many of the models on this list, it's conceived during the pony and muscle car glory years of the 60s, before coming into its own in the 70s. The name literally comes from a mythological bird, bright orange in color, commonly seen on fire in the media and in folklore. So that's where that name comes from. Next one is a Plymouth Barracuda, Mike. In 1969, it was introduced. You want your vehicle to be a winner? Name it after one of the ocean's most iconic predators, the Barracuda. When it was an open secret that Ford was designing the car, this would become the Mustang, Plymouth decided to get in the action and created a sporty car based on the Valiant and its compact dubbed the Barracuda. The first two of a sporty car based of the Valiant, the generations were fine. They were fine cars, but the third that showed the Barracuda could do when it was bare its teeth. Sharing the e-body platform of the Dodge Challenger, the Barracuda was a smidget smaller, but featured a unique styling to separate it. Next one, Michael, is a Mercury Cougar. I like this car. I wish I had one back in the day when I had my Nova. This was introduced in '69. A friend of mine had one of these.
And
It
you
was a
know,
great
everybody
car.
thinks that is an absolute remake of the Ford Mustang. It is not.
No, it's not. No. It was actually designed similar to it, but it wasn't. It actually wasn't. As many enthusiasts, what their favorite car name was all time, the Mercury Cougar Eliminator. Everything about the name is awesome, starting with the Mercury brand name, which is a great starting point. Adding the Cougar to the lineup was a great choice because it gave the brand an attractive cousin to the Ford Mustang. It was only a cousin. Then, of course, tracking the Eliminator in 1969 to donate the high-performance variant really took it over the edge. It's Cougar Eliminate the competition. So there you go.
Was it the XLR?
Yes.
Wasn't that one of them?
Yeah,
that
Cougar
one.
XLR.
Yeah.
That was the fancy high-end version
Yes,
of it.
right.
The Eagle Talon. You wouldn't figure this one would be one, but in 1990.
I remember going to the car show, and that was the first time I saw that. We went, wow, that
Yeah.
really looks cool.
The first couple of generations of the Mitsubishi Eclipse put the car on the tuner map, but not everyone knows it was also sold under a joint Chrysler-Mitsubishi partnership under the Eagle and Plymouth brands. While the Plymouth Laser name is also pretty sweet, the Eagle Talon just fits too well. It's the perfect description of a car with performance. Though 2 generations, the car looked and sounded awesome when it optioned for the TSI trim with optional all-wheel drive. That's great stuff. The last one, not my favorite, but here you go. It's introduced in 1997 as the Plymouth Prowler. And I think you drove one, didn't you, Don? Or what,
I
Mike?
did when it first came out. My dad loved that car.
This Prowler is easily one of the most controversial American cars ever made, a hot rod for then modern age. It had styling inspired by classic hot rods of the 30s, and when the concept car was unveiled in 1993, the world immediately fell in love with it. However, as we all likely know, the result was a vehicle that left a lot to be desired. The design was tamed, ugly bumpers were added, and the hope of real performance was squashed when they put an automatic V6
It was awful.
in the vehicle.
Just awful.
So-
And you know, the funny thing about that was the car looked so good. The interior even was really cool. The problem was with the out of top on it, the body flex on that thing. You just take off from a stop sign, not even fast.
Yeah.
And you could feel the twisting body.
Yep.
And that V6 engine, it was so lame. And all I could think of is the Chevrolet SSR. Remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Looked
yes,
really
yep,
cool. What a weak, limp piece of
And there
fell in
was, and there
apart.
wasn't even enough bones there to hop up like the V6 on this. There really wasn't.
And don't
much
forget
you
the
could do to
top
it.
and that bizarre top that did all this manipulation and folding and everything, and they went back behind the back seats,
Yep.
and you couldn't open the back trunk. Well, which would have been the bed,
Right.
because the lid on it wouldn't open far enough. What was the purpose of that?
I don't know.
There was
Who-
just a lot of things. That,
Who said, "Yeah, let's build that"?
Yeah.
No.
sometimes it's like it looks like the car comes from the engineers without any input from the marketing guys that really are going to sell it.
I think they were in a meeting and said, we need something different. We need something over the top, off the edge, and that's what they came up with. My opinion. I think
You know,
that's
I
what
talked to a Chevrolet guy about that, and he said, we spent a lot of money on stamping those fenders because we hadn't used that technology since the 1950s.
Wow.
Because if you remember, the fenders were very round,
Yeah,
big,
almost-
bulbous fenders.
Almost like the rear fender of a motorcycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. And you were talking about the Firebird a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Bill Seitz this week, and Bill Seitz, longtime friend of
Right.
mine, and we were talking about old school cars, and Bill Seitz, ashamedly,
do you
had
admit?
a Sunbird. Do you remember the Pontiac Sunbird?
yeah.
Oh,
Was it his or his wife?
well, both of them.
Okay.
Either way.
Because they had 2 Corvettes and they needed a daily driver, so they bought the Sunbird.
Sort of
with-
similarly shaped, kind of?
No,
No?
it was not. It was what we like to refer to in the business as a turd.
Oh.
And,
An opus.
And it had a 4-speed manual transmission and a not weak, but a watery 4-cylinder engine in it. I don't even know how it got up to 60 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pontiac Sunbird. All right. It's Mr. Mars' turn
All right.
for driving destinations. And let's talk about Labor Day getaways.
Yep, Labor Day's coming up. It's going to be a little bit more time off. People are going to have 3-day weekends, so you might want to go a little bit further, maybe look at a few different things, such as Jefferson, Texas. Now, this is tucked away in the East Texas piney woods. It's got a Victorian charm, and it's got a lot of history that goes with it, with antique shops. There's a scenic boat tour of Caddo Lake's mysterious bios, which I didn't even know it was close to Caddo Lake. The Jefferson Historical Museum has ghost tours, and the whole Labor Day weekend, they bring a lot of peaceful atmosphere from big crowds. It's a perfect for a slow-paced holiday that you want to get away.
Yep.
If you want to go a little bit further west to get a little more adventurous, Marfa, Texas blends.
Marfa Lights.
Exactly.
Marfa.
That's a minimalist art and West Texas desert beauty. And really, if you look at it, they've got world-famous art installations that's amazing that it's out there, like the Prada Marfa store. They got scenic drives through the Davis Mountains you can do. They got hot springs. They got the Marfa Lights. And there's a lot of quirky character there that and it's out in the middle of no place.
Yeah.
So great Labor Day weekend if you're looking for something a little different. Palacios down south is known as the shrimp capital of Texas. Otherwise it's a quiet coastal town on Matagorda Bay. You can go fishing, kayaking, bird watching along the
You
waterfront.
can also go to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam?
Yeah. See, it's right on that boat.
Ah, well, that's true. I didn't pay attention.
Knock
to that.
on the door. It says
Good
Amsterdam on
catch.
it.
You got shrimp down there. You got boiled shrimp. You got corn shrimp. You got fried shrimp. You got baked shrimp. You got
And Bubba.
Bubba shrimp.
Lieutenant Dan.
Well, we're going to go back out west, out to Fort Davis. And I've actually been to Fort Davis. And it's way out west, mountain scenery, got lots of cool nights, a lot of Old West history. And again, this is out in the middle of no place, and it was a real fort that they used in the early days. You can go hiking in the Davis Mountains, scenic drives, the McDonald Observatory is around there. But if you really want to
cool.
go there and do stargazing, you got to make reservations about a year and a half in advance.
Really?
It's really high elevation, so it's a lot cooler during Labor Day weekend. Also out there, if you're looking for something a little more active outside, Garner State Park in the Hill Country. You got crystal flowing Frio River swimming. Now, this is a real popular place to go tubing and canoeing. You can hike limestone trails, camp out under starry skies. The park actually has jukebox dances on during the summer at night. And it's a great place to go off-grid. And, of course, you can't go without saying something about Granbury. We go to Granbury, and small town, got a lake, got places on the lake, got a lot of history there, Opera House, Labor Day weekend, a lot of things to do there. And I want to finish up with Terra Lingua. Now, this is a former mining ghost town. I've been there down in the Big Bend. A lot of rugged beauty and stuff down in there. And, of course, the famous Terra Lingua chili cook-off.
I think it's called Terlingua.
Terlingua?
Not Terralingua.
It depends on how much you've been drinking tequila. But they've got a lot of there's a
Terlingua.
mansion down there that's been restored and turned into a hotel. They've got a lot of unique places that you can sleep and go to places to eat. It's a really cool place to drive to, but it's way out there, West Texas.
All right. Thank you, sir. In Real Time Car Talk continues after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Real Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey Radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
It is the award-winning N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, our story of the week, Ford's gajillion-dollar gamble.
All right.
We'll also have the recalls this week and our Guess the Sold Car price game. Plus, Jeff will have the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong, so glad you could join us. David Ainsley, our chief engineer, he's not sleeping in. He's like he is an old man, and he doesn't sleep in any longer than we do, which is hardly at all. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. And we start off with our story of the week. And I picked this because I guess I wanted to point out the fact that marketing and PR at a big global corporation, they're pretty good. And they've sold this to the press. And, well, they've sold this story to the press. And this story is from the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley.
Okay.
Ford Motor Company CEO Jim Farley contends that the automaker has found a better way of making a car. More than a century after founder Henry Ford pioneered the moving assembly line. The concept behind the Ford Universal EV production system isn't new. It's essentially the unboxed manufacturing process, Tesla touted in 2023. But still, Elon Musk's electric vehicle maker has yet to turn the idea into reality, giving Farley an opportunity to put Ford into the thick of the race against China for cheaper products and more efficient manufacturing. And you'll figure this out in a minute. This is a story that this particular word version I pulled from autonews.com, but a lot of the car people have the story. New process, which Ford likens to an assembly tree, eschews traditional linear vehicle production in favor of 3 subassemblies utilizing large aluminum castings and a structural battery that get joined together later. The upshot? Fewer parts, more ergonomically friendly workstations, and faster build times. And let me interject something here. I watched them build. Are you listening to this, Mars, or were you fooling around?
I'm
fooling
listening.
around over there.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
Well, were you on that tour that Ford took us on at the Ford? I don't know whether it was Michigan Assembly, one of the plants at Ford in Dearborn, around Dearborn, where we got to see the Ford Focus put together on the assembly line.
No.
Okay. Well, this isn't much different because you've got a unibody, the Ford Focus,
right,
which they don't build anymore, okay? And it comes down the assembly line from paint, and it comes down from up above and joins the engine, which is down below, with a couple of guys installing the engine from underneath, along with the already attached exhaust pipe and muffler, which is an odd-looking thing because here you got the engine, and here's this long exhaust pipe and the muffler at the end of it.
They call it marrying it together.
Right. And so here comes the car, and all of that just kind of marries underneath the car. 2 guys, and within 30 seconds, they have that whole assembly bolted in. 2 guys, okay?
Okay.
This isn't much different from that, except they are building this particular unit as an electric, so you've got 3 separate parts of the car, okay? Wall Street was generally unmoved by the August 11th announcement, which included news that the first product on the platform would be a $30,000 mid-size electric pickup built in Louisville, Kentucky, that Farley said would be faster than a Mustang and more spacious than a Toyota RAV4. Ford stock closed that day roughly flat, although analysts were generally upbeat about the company's plans to lower costs. $6 billion. They're going to redo this factory to change the way that they put the car together. I'm sorry.
Now, this is EV cars.
Well, they're starting with this one. This is the
No,
test.
no, I understand.
The pilot.
Yeah.
Because of being an EV, it's just the battery, and if it's a hybrid, then you've got a hybrid motor.
Ford said its system will require 20% fewer total parts versus a typical vehicle, with 40% fewer workstations and 15% faster assembly time. In other words, they're going to put all this stuff together in chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't they do that now?
Pretty much.
One of the key enablers of Ford's new production system, large aluminum pieces called unicastings that replace smaller vehicle components. Also not new. Officials say the system also eliminates 22 pounds worth of wiring harnesses, requires half as many cooling hoses, and ends the need for unwieldy pop clamps. The platform reduces the number of fasteners needed by a quarter, Ford said. Ford is spending $2 billion to transform the Louisville assembly plant for the new platform. $2 billion just on that.
One plant, yeah, just for that.
But you got to design the car. You got to design all the parts that go into it.
You got to build the parts first, and before you put them all together.
So, and Wall Street wasn't excited over this.
Flat.
No, neither am I. And my word is, I love Fords. I love the Ford Motor Company. I do. Fix the recall issue first.
You know, I've been thinking about that recall issue. My opinion on that, say you want to buy a car, Mike. You want to buy a Ford. You're going to buy a Ford pickup F-150, just base model.
Okay.
Well, in order for you to buy that car, you have to be helping build that car. You get on that line, and if they're putting in the gas tank, then you help put in the gas tank. If they're putting in the engine, you got to be part of putting in the engine.
Oh, dear God.
Why would I do that?
Well, you could eliminate some of the recalls. Now you're responsible for what you plugged in there. We're not responsible for it. Think of that.
No, what I'm thinking of, I'm going to pay them $60,000
Well,
to let me help build a truck.
Well, maybe you get it for 40.
Oh, okay. Well,
there'll be a
that makes
discount.
That makes no difference at all. My question,
You're
though,
going to
is
let him put that together?
It's his car. It's his
we
car.
can't even get the audio on the air. What are you talking about?
No, if he wants to buy the car, then he has to help build the car.
$60 billion.
$6
$6 billion.
billion.
Excuse me. How many cars do you have to sell to recoup $6 billion?
At
Well, it's in the big
$30,000
pile.
a piece.
It's in the big pile. So it's not only that, but you've got the Mustang sales over there. You got
No.
That all gets in one
This
pot.
$6 billion is for
Specific, but where are they going to get the money from? Other
Well, here's the other thing. Like I said at the beginning of the story, marketing and PR. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Because
Doesn't make any sense.
Don't they kind of almost rebuild a factory when they're going to build something new or different at that factory?
Yeah, it's the model change, the model turn.
Well, not only that, but the way
tooling.
that they're doing things today, they'll say, okay, we're going to start building our Ford F-150 truck over at this plant because right now we're building the Ford Edge over here. It's not selling as many. So we're going to increase the capacity of the F-150. They're going to take that plant over there and turn it into something different. They're constantly shuffling stuff around, and each time they do that, it costs them billions of dollars.
And do you think maybe that's where some of the recalls come in because they don't get all that final process done and they go ahead?
I think that the recall problem is much deeper than that. I think that they're asking their suppliers that build the alternator or the rings and the pistons,
Whatever
or
widget,
whatever it is that they assemble. I think that they're asking them to build it as efficiently as they can, and you sell it to me as cheap as you can.
low bidder.
Low bidder. And I think that that's where the issue is, partially anyway.
Well, I think that's a big part of it because obviously if you get something that's not quite as good as it should be, it may not break. That alternator may not do something, but it may cause one of the many computers in the car to have a problem because it's not getting the proper voltage or something.
Yep.
It goes downstream, upstream.
All right. So we got that. Let's do the recalls, shall we, while we're on the subject?
Okay.
JLR, Jeep Land Rover.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jaguar Land Rover is
Oh.
recalling 121,509 Range Rover and Range Rover Sports in the U.S. because of potential cracks in the vehicle's front suspension upper knuckle joints. The recall impacts certain vehicles from 2014 to 2017, and all recalled vehicles are expected to have the defect. An impacted vehicle, a crack may develop in the front suspension knuckle, potentially leading to a detachment of the upper suspension arm, resulting in a loss of driver control and an increased risk of crash.
And of course,
Ford recalling 103,174,000.1 F-150s in the U.S. because of faulty rear axle hub bolts that may break and cause corrosion. NHTSA said August 8th, about 1% of the recalled vehicles from 23 to 25 model years are expected to have the defect. The break can lead to corrosion between the hub splines and the axle shaft splines. Over time, the corrosion can lead to a vehicle rollaway when the parking brake is not used and a loss of motive power. In other words, you broke the rear end. Mercedes-Benz EQB, which I've never heard of, 300 4MATIC, 22 to 23 model years. Loss of drive power. Imagine that. Press the accelerator pedal and it don't go nowhere. Martha, could you send something to find the garden lanterns? All right, time now for our sell-a-thon.
Okay.
Let's see what's sold and how much it sold for from Hemmings Sold Car Weekly Roundup. Shall we?
We shall.
All right.
Is everybody ready online? Everybody ready at home? Okay.
Because here we go. This is a 1974 AMC Javelin, which when it was brand new, I always thought was kind of weird looking. How much do you think that car looks completely stock? It looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
But that's a famous body style.
Okay, how much? AMC Javelin.
28.
28. Mars?
24.
24. Do we have any other bidders online?
Bidders online?
No, I got nothing.
Okay, so the sold car price was $17,850. That would be a great road car.
Yeah.
Heitzman came in late at 16, so he's
Well,
close.
he's close. He won
I don't know
again.
about that
He's
door
on a
fit.
roll, actually.
He is.
All right,
Where he's
so
gonna put
our
all
next
these
up
cars.
is, this is for Jeff, a 1982 Buick Riviera convertible. How much the 82 Buick Riviera sold for?
82, I'm going $8,000.
$8,000?
I was thinking 12.
No, it is a
Okay,
rag top.
and what is
'Cause it's a
Mr.
convertible
Heitzman?
and it
What
looks
does Mr.
really nice.
Heitzman join in and says?
I don't know if he's looking it up on Google or something. He
Well, you
hasn't-
can't. You've got it. We can't look it up on Google, and don't go to Hemmings.
No, he's saying 2,300.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well, I say it was. This is what it sold for: $12,810.
Oh, you
Next
were there,
up.
Mike.
Next up. So, who won that one?
Mike did.
Mike did. Next up is the 1977 Jeep CJ. Now, I had one that was close to that.
It's a good-looking little vehicle.
Yeah, and it
lifted,
looked just like
got
that.
all kinds of stuff on it.
So, how much do you think a 77 Jeep CJ had? And this one probably had the four-banger. It was a Pontiac four-banger, if I'm not mistaken. How much do you think that sold for?
$9,000.
No, I'm going to go 19. Jeff says 18. Heitzman says 18.
19,425.
yeah.
Way to go, Mars.
They're very popular, and look at and that's in a big city someplace. So that's not been even an off-road vehicle.
Next up, I probably prepped this car at Richardson Chevrolet, a 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle.
Kathy had a gold one.
I don't
Black
think
top.
you did because there's still paint on the hood.
Okay. There's that. 71 Chevrolet Chevelle. Yeah, because they had to repaint it.
Yeah.
I buffed off the knob on it. 71 Chevy Chevelle. How much? Got a black vinyl top. Looks stock except for the wheels.
Kathy had a gold one. It was awesome. I'm going to go 12.
Heitzman says 17. I'm going to go 19.
Heitzman wins
Yeah, gummit, I'm just off my game
$17,325
today.
All right, next up, this is for you, Mars. A 1960
Ederlin
AMC
mobile.
Metropolitan. I could see you driving this.
Ederlin.
A 1960 AMC. When I was in high school, some nerdlinger in school that I went to school with that I never found out because he was hiding drove this thing to school, and we all made fun of it. 1960 AMC Metropolitan.
first,
How
Mike.
much?
Man, I really don't know. I'll go 17.
All right, I'll go 12.
Heitzman says 5,000.
$5,900. Heitzman wins
Jeff,
again.
what are you going to do with all these cars, man?
Okay, here's one for you, Jeff.
Oh, boy.
1994 Acura NSX. I knew somebody
fast
that
car.
had one
Yeah,
of these things.
yeah, yeah.
I used to
The
see
problem with them is I couldn't fit. My head hit the roof.
That was,
Yeah.
at the time, that was the fastest production car made. I'm going to go 27.
94 Acura NSX.
I'm going to go 21, maybe. Let's see what Mr. Heitzman's got.
We
He
should
seems
have
to
him
be
go
on a
first.
roll. Yeah, we should have made him go first. He says 28,000.
$71,925.
So if all of us put our money together, we could have it.
No.
Almost.
No, none of us. We still.
His
even at
bid,
that.
my bid, your bid.
Okay. Next up, a 1987 Jeep Grand Wagoneer with the stick-on wood sides.
Still shipping crayon.
It looks like it's completely stock. And I don't know as if the fog lights are stock or not, but
I don't think so. What year is it?
87 Jeep Grand
87.
Wagoneer, so it probably has a small V8 in it, I would guess.
$9,000, Jeff.
No. I'm going to say 16. Heitzman says 21.
Well, Heitzman was closer, but still, it went for $30,450.
Man.
It's so weird. Okay, the next up, I'd buy this.
Yeah.
I'd so buy this.
Oh, you would too, yeah.
A 1997 Lincoln Town Car with the small block Ford V8 in it. It rides like a pillow.
Like butter. Look at the plate. 97 T-car. Heitzman, what do you bid?
Let Jeff go first.
Now, what do you bid, Jeff?
I'm going to bid 12.
I'm going 15. I'm thinking Heitzman. I think he says 21 on that deal.
It sold for $5,900.
Oh no, I take that back. He said 2,200. That was his last one.
$5,900.
Here's your
Now,
bonus.
I have a bonus picture today that has nothing to do with the sold car roundup. Chevrolet displayed this car, and this is the press room Chevrolet. Okay. Today, Chevrolet gave car enthusiasts and racing fans a glimpse of the high-performance future. Two Corvette concept cars, the Corvette CX and the CX.R, Vision Gran Turismo. It debuted at the Quail, a motorsports gathering, Monterey. While not intended for production, the pair will serve as inspiration to inform Corvette design language for years to come. Drawing on more than 70 years of performance innovation, these Corvette concepts honor the heritage of America's sports car and propel it to the future. So let me just say this about this concept car. As with most concept cars, yes, it's not a production car. It is a concept. However, generally speaking, what happens at a big manufacturing company like Chevrolet, they will take elements of this and put it into the C9 Corvette that we don't know anything about yet. But it clearly is a mid-engine, right? Because of the forward cockpit on it. And it probably has a battery underneath it. If it's not a full battery.
Yeah.
But that is stunningly beautiful.
It is. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
my God.
And I hear they're coming into the media pool for you guys.
No, yeah, don't
Yeah.
we wish?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know, let me just say this to Chevrolet. Could you please put something like this, bring it to the Houston Auto Show, and just stick it out there?
Yeah. Just, if you're not going to sell anything there, you might as well have something that looks cool.
Right.
How'd you like to be the guy that goes to work and touches that every day, makes that,
Yeah,
designs it? That would be
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah.
well, there's that.
But why would they not build something that stunning?
Well,
Just-
somebody asked me that the other
Cost
day.
prohibitive, maybe?
Well, absolutely. And not only that, I don't know as if you could get it licensed. And how would you get it over curbs? I mean, there are a lot of different things
highway
involved here.
transportation safety board,
there's
all that.
Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all kinds of
Well, then,
Bugattis.
okay, so then you're talking about a supercar,
Well, that's what I would put that
Yeah.
in that category.
and so that would price every Corvette owner that ever had an aspiration of buying a Corvette. That's the one attractive thing about the Corvette that you cannot deny. It has always been affordable to some people.
Right.
I bought one in '76 for a '77 model, and the sticker on it was $11,000, and I paid sticker price for it. Clearly, it's not that anymore. But
No.
Still. All right. Hey, be sure and join us for our live show. It airs Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Cruise In events calendars and some more headlines. So stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupe Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupe Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupe Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupe Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupe experience with queso flameado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupe beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupe Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupe Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, InWheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give InWheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on InWheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
All right, it's the award-winning InWheel Time Car Talk Show. Thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Time now for Jeff's Cruise In and Events calendars.
You betcha. You know what's going on today up in Detroit? The Woodward Dream
Oh,
Cruise
is that this
going
weekend?
on as we speak.
Man.
So if you're up there, have fun. I've been to a couple
Wave.
years and
Can't
years
believe
ago.
Wave
they
when you go by.
don't they have that televised somewhere?
No. Not that I know of, but
It's like miles long.
it's cities long. It's
Yeah,
not miles
so
long
it'd
because
be tough
different
to
cities.
tell
Woodward
about.
is Woodward. Woodward was the first concrete road in America laid down, and now it's on Woodward, but it's also like in Ferndale. It's in North Detroit. The different pockets of the cities have it. So that's going on right now. It's the
InWheel Time brings you today's live television coverage from the Woodward Street Dream Cruise.
Dream Cruise. Yeah,
But
so it's up
there's
there.
no way you can cover all of it. You'd
No,
have to
just
pick
sit there with a
spot.
camera, and us three clowns would sit out there and talk about each car that came by.
Well-
look at that PO. Nobody wants to buy that. Why is that in there? We could say derogatory things.
It's a lot of
That's
fun. There's a
true.
lot of
Just like
sponsorship.
we were Detroiters.
General Motors, Ford, Dodge, they all have their pockets of what they do for sponsorship. They've got, like, you go to Drag Strip, they've got the indoor places that you can go and sit down and eat. Well, they've got all that too. So it's a major event up there. Congratulations, Detroit, on having that. I've been to a few, but it's not just today's event. Last week, you'd be riding around Detroit and you'd see that 68 Camaro with a son and a dad in it tootling down the Michigan
Yep.
Avenue or something like that.
Yep.
So you see those cars all the time in Detroit, but because we are not there, it's just blasé to them. They see that Torino or that Nova all the time driving down the road. For us, it's exciting. For them, it's normal.
well,
So,
I
good
think
for
it's
them.
exciting for every car guy
Yep.
across the United States
Yep.
that
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
there at
That's-
Woodward.
Yep.
That's
But for our neck of the
legendary.
woods, our neck of the woods next Saturday, you got the Mustang Owners Club in Austin going on. It's the 44th annual. So if you got time, go on up there. It's in Georgetown, Texas. You've got the August Coffee and Cars in Magnolia, which is not far from here. Beautiful drive up there in Magnolia. That's on the 23rd. It goes from 9 to noon. Cars, coffee, all that stuff. And of course, they've got charity events going on as well. So take advantage of some of these things. There's a lot going on. Some of these are going to be winding down for the fall. There's still going to be car clubs and all that meeting. So stay tuned to your Facebooks and all your stuff going on that you socialize with. So take care of that. But good stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Got some more stories here making headlines this week. You ready?
Yep.
U.S. military wants to figure out the best way to blow up a Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah, buddy.
From Automotive News. Air Force officials are seeking 33 vehicles to use as targets for live missile fire testing in New Mexico. According to documents posted by the U.S. General Services Administration, most of the vehicles can be sedans, SUVs, or pickups of any brand, but the documents specify the need for 2 Cybertrucks out of concern that enemies will use the particular model to help protect themselves in battle. They've been found not to receive the normal extent of damage expected upon major impact. CEO of Tesla, Elon, has touted the Cybertruck as bulletproof and apocalypse-proof, though an onstage demonstration during his 2019 unveiling infamously backfired, as you well know. Besides the Teslas, the Air Forces plan to fire missiles at 18 sedans, 6 black, 6 white, 6 blue or green, all with sunroofs, 5 pickups, 5 SUVs, and 3 cab-over commercial vehicles known as bongo trucks.
Right.
Thought that was an interesting story.
I used to have a set of bongos.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you still play the bongos?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Vehicles from the 2026 model year are arriving in showrooms, driving average transaction prices up while pushing August incentives generally higher on older stock. Many automakers continue to offer generous finance terms as low as 0% to draw eligible buyers facing higher borrowing costs and interest rates, according to the latest incentives from S&P Global Mobility. Automakers also dangling deals and promotions, often deferring monthly and down payments to counter consumer fears that prices will rise in the wake of U.S. tariffs on light vehicle imports. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, don't discount a 24 or a 25 model,
right?
Because, oh, well, that's not the latest, greatest. It probably is.
Yeah, I mean, if you were driving a 10-year-old vehicle and moving up, you wouldn't know the difference between a 24 and 25 with the technology.
That's correct. Consumers might be having more success getting approved for auto loans based on second quarter data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, which could be fortuitous as separate second quarter study by lender Santander Consumer USA found a bump in demand for vehicles, likely at least partially driven by fears of those tariffs again. Last year had been the worst on record for consumers seeking auto loans, according to full year 2024 data from the New York Fed, which polls Americans quarterly. The bank's second quarter study in June found 6.7% of applicants had been turned down for an auto loan during the previous 12 months. I didn't know that. I'm going to try to squeeze this in.
Go for it.
In Oklahoma City, dealerships' insurers disputing any obligation to defend a former employee who was involved in a crash while using a company vehicle for personal purposes. Federated Service Insurance wants a federal court to rule whether it has a duty to defend and indemnify Aaron Cantrell, who worked for Orr Nissan at the time of the February 21st multi-vehicle crash, according to the complaint. Father sued her and the dealership on behalf of the children that were involved in the wreck. The suit alleged she was traveling at an unsafe rate of speed for conditions and could not stop in time, wrecked the car, injuring 2 people in the crash. So if you're a car dealership, might want to check out who's driving your company cars.
Yep.
We're going to finish up today's show right after this.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey Radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at InWheelTime.com. We're always looking for new, informative, and fender-bending automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, event, or a road trip destination you'd like us to feature, let us know. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. While I'm at it, thanks to George Skelton and to our good friend Jeff Heitzman for joining our show every weekend. Hey, did you know we have a plethora of podcasts to choose from? When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast provider, including the new SiriusXM podcast channel and the Odyssey radio app. We video stream our live show every Saturday 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In Wheel Time video technical director is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin. The booking agent, video editor, people finder, and wiring instructor, Mike Out of This World Mars. And let's not forget Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Nod Nordsma. From all of us at the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Stay cool.